You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
A new development has emerged in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war that could shift the diplomatic landscape. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is set to speak with former U.S. President Donald Trump following the revelation of a draft peace plan proposed by the United States. The plan, reportedly drafted by U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff in collaboration with Kremlin advisor Kirill Dmitriev, was created without Ukraine's direct involvement. Despite this, Zelensky's office stated that Waive is willing to examine the plan's provisions in a way that could lead to a just end to the conflict. According to multiple sources, the proposed plan includes highly controversial measures, such as Ukraine relinquishing control over parts of the Donbas region, significantly reducing the size of its armed forces, and limiting certain categories of weaponry. These conditions are widely seen as favoring Moscow, which helps explain Ukraine's cautious response. Nevertheless, Zelensky emphasized in a nightly address that Ukraine seeks a worthy peace that respects the dignity of its people, signaling a firm stance on national sovereignty. The plan has been described as a 28-point proposal, though the details remain largely undisclosed. U.S. officials, including White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, insisted that the plan is balanced and intended to be acceptable to both Ukraine and Russia. Leavitt emphasized that the U.S. has been engaging with both sides equally to understand their positions, framing the proposal as an effort to reinvigorate diplomacy rather than force concessions. Meanwhile, Moscow has downplayed the significance of the draft, with Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov clarifying that there have been contacts with the U.S., but no formal consultations. European officials have also voiced concern, stressing that any viable peace plan must involve Ukraine and its European partners. EU Foreign Policy Chief Katarzyna Kallas stated, "For any plan to work, it needs Ukrainians and Europeans on board," highlighting the risk of sidelining Kyiv in negotiations. The announcement of the draft plan coincides with ongoing Russian attacks in Ukraine, most recently in the western city of Ternopil, where at least 25 people, including children, were killed in a missile and drone strike. The assault destroyed residential buildings and energy infrastructure, underscoring the urgent humanitarian toll as winter approaches. Zelensky has called for increased international pressure on Russia, including enhanced air defense support, to protect civilians and maintain strategic leverage. Zelensky's meeting with U.S. military officials, along with his discussions with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, reflects Ukraine's continued efforts to strengthen diplomatic channels and secure a just peace. Yet with Russia maintaining maximalist demands and Kyiv's sovereignty at stake, any resolution appears complex and distant. The coming days will be crucial in determining whether this U.S.-Russia draft can catalyze meaningful dialogue or further entrench divisions on the battlefield. Stay subscribed for more videos.